Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff, as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Wildwood 26 TBSS. I'm here to walk you around your travel trailer, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. First and foremost, I want you to take into consideration how much room you're going to need for your slide. I have it in right now, but once you have it out, you'll know ahead of time how much room you're going to need. Make sure nothing's going to impede that from opening or closing. Then I want you to think about where your power is at. Your power is at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of the tow vehicle or your off-camp side. And then your water is at the very rear of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities. Once you arrive, you're going to unhook the hitch. Hitchman will go over that with you. Once you get your hitch unhooked, you're going to level your unit. I do recommend putting a sticker, a little stick-on bubble about the middle of the unit back there on your slide, on your off-camp side, so it's not seen. Use that to level your unit. Extend will bring it up, retract will bring it down. And you do have a night docking light. Should you not have power, there's a little manual override here with a 11mm socket. You can hand crank this up and down. Speaking of power, check your battery posts. Check your terminals when you arrive. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose on your way. Once you've got your unit level, the next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Our unit does come with power stabilizing jacks. Just come here, hit extend. Now what I do recommend are jack pads. Jack pads are going to sit on the ground and protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop. Just going to add to the longevity of the life of these. So I'm not going to run these down all the way, but I want you just to run them down until they're taut. You don't want to lift the unit, you don't want to change the levelness of the unit, you just want to stabilize the unit. So you've got these on the front. As well as the back of the unit. So once you've got your unit level and stable, and finish bringing these up, we're going to go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, on your off-camp side at the rear is your power. Do you have 30 amp service? Should you need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 110 adapter that comes in your convenience pack. Let's hook our water up. City Water Connect is on the back of the unit. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You always want to use this when putting liquid into your unit. Hook up your city water connection, hook up your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yep, yours is over here on the campsite. All we're doing at this point is returning our drain plug and rod. We may have left it out from the last time we were camping, draining our hot water. Put that back in, socket that in nice and tight. Then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a little while, you're going to come up here to your pressure release valve. You're going to pull on that, and that's going to release air out of the lines. And eventually you get a nice steady flow of water coming out of here. Once you do, you know your hot water heater is full and you can light it from inside. There is an on-off button down here. Only use that if you hooked up to 110. Any other time, turn it on indoors. If your hot water heater is not working, These are resets. They'll be bubbled out. Just simply push it back in, and that'll be your reset button. Now, if we're camping and we're not hooked up to city water, we're going to use potable water in dry dock. Just to the left here is your potable water. You can fill this up with just a hose. A couple ways to tell when it's full is an overflow here, and then on the inside you can hold where you check your water level tanks. You can hold your fresh water button down, and then you can tell when it's full. Again, burp your hot water heater the same way when filling it with water. Get the air out of the lines. However, when using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when using potable fresh water, as it's already winterized. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized. I've got our water and electricity hooked up. I'm gonna walk you around the unit and show you a few other things. We'll start over here on our off camp side, or on our campsite, excuse me. There's your access actually to your third bottom bunk there. There's your stabilizing jacks. This is access to the back of the fridge. Your potable water. There's the 110 out here. A couple outdoor speakers and your awning. This is your furnace heat release, so if you have your furnace on, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Your big pass-through storage. Again, your front stabilizing jacks. From the front of your unit, I did mention checking your battery post. You have a docking light out here as well. On your propane tanks, you have a regulator. Simply turn this toward the tank you wish to be using, and then lefty-loosey to open the tank. Here's the cover for your propane. Your pass-through storage again. Not much on your off-camp side, other than where your sewage connection is. Cable and satellite, and then your power. Spare tire with a cover. Well, it covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. Coming up the steps, first and foremost, I want you and everyone that's camping with you to know where the fire extinguisher is. It's at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Coming up the wall here is where you extend and retract your awning. Up top here's your slides. Let's go ahead and open that slide. Just simply hit out. Your slide will open up. While that's open, up here is where you'll turn on your hot water heater. Down here is where you'll turn on your water pump. And here's where you'll check your tanks. Just simply touch it. There's your brand new battery and all of your empty tanks. As I said, you can hold this freshwater button and tell when you have your potable water full. So this slide runs out rather quickly. I wanted you to hear that little grinding noise and let you know that that's okay. That's just the slide mechanism keeping itself from sliding too far. 110 here. Self-explanatory microwave. You do have a light and fan for above your stove. Speaking of your stove, turn this to light. Turn your button over here. Looks like you have to hand light this one. Same thing on here. Your pilot is underneath here. On your Dometic fridge, simply turn it on. When it's plugged in, it'll be on auto. Lift it out, press it in, it's on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it switches to gas. Lift up on that and it's strictly gas. Your bunk area with all of its individual lighting. All 3 bunks. A little 110 back here. Another 110 on this side. And your thermostat. Your fan high, Cool to furnace, just change your temperatures here. Coming into your bathroom, and thing I want to mention back here is this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. And to maintain some plumbing. Keep an eye on the plumbing behind your toilet, under your sink. You are bouncing a house down the road, things will wiggle loose. You do have an exhaust vent up here that you hand turn to open and hand switch on. And the ceiling over here is your fire extinguisher, or excuse me, your smoke alarm. A couple of speakers. These legs, simply lift the table up and these legs will remove. Set the table on these lips here all the way around. Remove your back cushions. It'll give you a whole another sleeping area. You have a drawer over here as well as a jackknife bed. Simply lift and lay it down. Your sound system. Shooting this prep for a TV with a cool little reversible. You can lift this up and spin this all the way around and have your television over on the other side. This is your antenna. Crank it all the way to the right to bring it up when you're at the campsite. Come back into your bedroom. 110 over on that side. Some individual lighting up here. Come back into your living room. I need to talk about your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. It's down underneath your stove here. 12-volt carbon monoxide detector is always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, disconnect your battery to keep this from running your battery down if you're not plugged in anywhere. Coming down here by your bunk. Access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Looks like you got a variety in there. I highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. And lastly, coming over to your TV, if you ever do hook a TV up in here, underneath here, where your cable goes in, you'll see a little green button. Simply push that button, make sure that green light's on. It's a digital channel enhancer. It'll allow you to pick up more channels with your television. Alright, about covers everything in the inside. Biggest thing I want to mention when bringing in your slide is make sure nothing's going to impede it from coming in. Make sure your bedroom door is closed down there. Make sure this drawer here is closed. Simply go back up here and hit slide in. Make sure that bathroom door is closed and go through and shut off all your lighting. Looks like I still got a little individual lighting to go shut off, so I'll do that and then bring your slide the rest of the way in. I left a couple of lights on to bring this the rest of the way in. As you see, it is important that that bathroom door is closed, as well as this cabinet door. You don't need your slide ripping those doors off. So this comes in rather quickly. Shut your last lights off. And exit the unit. Coming out of your unit. Close, lock, and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle. Your door is secure. Come to your hot water heater. Bleed out your lines. Pull your drain plug, preferably with a socket, that'll get hot. Bring up your stabilizing jacks, 2 in the front and the back. Come around to the back and unhook your water. Unhook your electricity and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you can take the hose, you're gonna hook it up here, and the first handle you're gonna pull is on the right. That's gonna be your black handle, your wastewater. You're gonna let that drain until it sounds like it's no longer draining. Then you're gonna pull your gray handle here on the left. That's gonna be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's gonna clean your hose out for you. Take your hose, conveniently store it in here. Nice sanitary place for it. Again, we thank you guys for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.